All right, let's get on it. I don't want to make this video. Today was not a fun trading day for me. I was so excited to finally get a chance to get like a good type 2 trade. Let's go short. Like everything in the markets was leaning to the short side because we're up above one standard deviation. Chances are we pull it back in, we hit a zone. My execution could have been better. I've definitely been jumping the gun a little bit this week, and so I need to work on that and make sure I cut that bad habit out. But when it's all said and done, today I thought was just going to be a great green day. I was like, man, I stand the chance today of if it goes my direction of making between $1,000 and $2,000 today, and that is not what happened. Let's go ahead and jump over here to TradingView. So we got this breakout, and the breakout I did get to trade long, so I rode that up zone to zone. And I told you guys yesterday I tagged out of it right about here, and then I actually got in early. So just bad habit, not waiting for the zones. That was heavily influenced by this previous price action that we've gotten. I was looking to get in and out of these trades faster than I should have, which means I did not give myself that full like 2-to-1 risk to reward. And honestly, that's a little bit difficult when you're trading a zone like this. You're looking at something like if you get a good like deep type 1, like that's not a true type 1. If we get a true type 1, yeah, you can squeeze 2-to-1 into there. So actually I could have gotten that. So that's just on me. This zone right here, like even these trades right here, this type 1 and this type 2 are not going to give you a full 2-to-1 because the zones are too close together. So there's just too much price interaction happening in a very confined space. Now, that does lead to the possibility of like, type 1, type 2, ride this thing down, ride it back up, type 1, type 2. I guess that would have tagged out if you were playing that wick, depending on where you were playing it. That would be more of a lost trade. Anyways, enough speculating about the past. What happened today? Well, we pushed up. I went short. We pushed up more this morning. I was in shorter, so I grabbed that type 2. You can see I actually grabbed it a little early. I did. My limit got filled right here, which is a habit that I've been picking up with my type 2s. It's not the absolute bottom penny, but it's pretty darn close. And we started pulling down. That's pre-market. I don't know why the time down at the bottom of TradingView is saying that was at 8:30 in the morning. That is the 9:30 candle. So this candle started at 9:30, which is why all the volume picked up. So I don't know what's going on with TradingView right now. Maybe that's Central Time. That would be Central Time. I don't know why it's doing that. I'm on the East Coast or on the eastern side of things, but either way. So we got the push up, and when SPY is between 1 and 2 standard deviations, we got the move like this yesterday, and then we're waiting to see. I thought we are going to rein it back in. I thought this is just setting us up a good time to go short. And what ends up happening with SPY when we don't rein it back in, we usually just run straight to the next standard deviation. So as a result of that, I took a loss this morning. It was really sad to take that loss, and I never got an entry to go long. I was thinking about like, do I want to try to play these candles and get cute with it? Because what I would end up doing in an event like that, like if I think this is the reversal, I'm probably just gonna jump back in with like the same size position that I just tagged out of and see if I can't get that thing to ride up. Um, but that's not a safe way of trading. That's not basing it on a lot of structure, and I've demonstrated to myself that I am not a good intraday trader. I need that structure of these larger zones to base my trades on. Yeah, this thing is kind of trending up. I'm sure there's an indicator somewhere that was telling us, all right, now's the time to go long. Let's see. No, we exceeded VWAP, so what good does that do you? What about the hourly? Yeah, everything about this just said, yeah, we're stupidly bullish, and never quite had the opportunity to jump in on anything. So what's the EMA lines doing? Oh, EMA confirmation should have gone long there. Yeah, so no reason for me to get in long, and the other question that we could have is, well, if we push up and then we start selling off on a day where, by all intents and purposes, we should be selling off, do you really want to be going long? Now, just in the sake of ignoring all those other factors and trading the zones, my answer would be yes. You can see I do have my limit orders set to go long. But why do I have two? What is that? What's that order for? All right, I'll need to investigate that because that looks wrong. Anyways, we pushed up. I started getting the alerts that we were coming up um, near our entry point. I got in like right here. So I didn't wait. I cut down on my position a little bit. I got in a little bit early. We pushed up. We even hit that type 2. And you can see my stop is all the way up here, basing it on the fact that we really don't have many other wicks. This one would be the closest one. And honestly, I don't even know if I'd want it to go that high, which is exactly where we are. So that's not looking super good. Uh, for me, the plus side here is if we go back to that red line, that would not give me the full. I took my merged position and gave it a full 2-to-1 right here. So hoping to lock in about $2,000 on that trade should it come down, and I do think we need to come down. But we hit a zone from the bottom. It's time to short. If we break and retest, it's time to go long. It sort of makes you wonder. Let's jump over to the continuous contract. We got a stupidly bullish week. This week closed, and I've been saying it looks like we need to see some green days. And actually, what are the daily candles doing? Yeah, break. And actually, honestly, a break and a pullback to here, I think that'd be an awesome long entry. Get a good long entry right here, and I think we're probably pushing up to here. So my thought process now is I kind of just based on the price action, based on what we're seeing happening in these charts. Let's move or hide the volume so we can actually see everything more clearly. We just got this week from candle open to close. That's a 6% up move. That reminds me something of that candle. It's actually a larger up move than that candle right there. And that candle set off 3 green weeks where we ended up just with the best short entry that nobody was expecting. I kept trying to go long in here, and it was time to go short. And look, I mean, just trade weekly candles, right? That's all we got to do, guys. We'll do something like this. That candle closed right about there. So like Friday before close, you just tell yourself, all right, 2-to-1 risk to reward, and actually, wouldn't that be a fun move? I could actually afford that. I could afford 2 contracts on that. No kidding. Oh no, that'd be risking 2%. I could afford 1 contract on that. There we go. So we see it. I'm still salty that I did not short the crap out of the market when I saw this candle. I don't think I checked it on the weekly. Like everything about that candle says, oh yeah, by the way, we're coming down now. This one was potential reversal. We broke below it. Now we're pushing back up. Anyways, all of that to say, I would love to see something like this happen again, where we get just a green week, super green week, moderately green week, baby green week. That technically that's a reversal candle that closed inside of a weekly zone. This zone's supposed to be a brighter color because it's weekly. That did nothing. Let's try that again. There we go. Weekly zone, we closed, and that might be just above it actually. Either way, and then sold off hard. That's kind of the price action I would like to see. So probably somewhere in here. I did buy a SPY put today for July, thinking that we could potentially see something of a further down move. We've gotten a 20% down move on the S&P so far. I'm not convinced that everything's all just hunky dory from here. So if we get another we start playing around with these zones, I'm probably looking for like a weekly short play to just rock this thing down, probably to here. That's kind of that structure just tells me, hey, let's go long here. Maybe we'll see something similar, and it'll just be March lows. That's it, guys. We're going to March lows. No, so the immediate price action says that we were super bullish this week. I really want to see a pullback to about here so that I can get in long and start focusing on building out a position there. I might fudge my rules a little bit here. if we get long right here, I'm probably just going to trail a stop up, have a stop loss like right here, and hope that thing breaks to the upside on that zone. Um, we hit it with a lot of enthusiasm today. I still think there's a chance that we pull back. That's why I'm in it short. But this zone, just with the break of this zone right here, and you've got this important point of structure with the sellers shut up, they just were non-existent. I would love to see some people take profit. We sell off, and then we're probably pushing up to here. Man, that would be a stretch. That would be. I think we break this. We might reject out of the speed bump and then come back down and retest. And that would be tricky to play. I don't like to play speed bump zones as actual zones. They're speed bumps. It's where you're expecting to see a little bit of nonsense and noise, but I don't give them a whole lot of weight. And man, we got to give this zone a wide stop. Look at that. If we go long on this zone, look at where the wicks come down on that thing. Let's do this real quick. Did I draw a blue line? How did I do that? Huh. That's a little bit weird. That's a long wick to the downside on such a. I don't like how close these zones are together, but whatever. That's the price action that we have right now. So all that to say, let's look at my actual results. I said I didn't want to make this video because, of course, I would scale up how much I'm risking per trade right before I just don't have a good week. And part of that bad week too, I did mention was I did not. I got tagged out on this instead of taking it as a type 2 short. So like this should have been a very profitable trade, and instead I took a loss on it. So it is what it is. Hindsight is always 2020. I am down about. I'm 1800 on the day seems a little bit extreme. I should not be down 1800 on the day. So this math is also figured out by, well, compared to where I was yesterday. Oh yeah, because I essentially took two losses, but that'd be about 1,000. Pushed up, and then I'm down a little bit more in this next zone. So either way, that's how much my account is down today. I did buy a put that I was trying to experiment with. I got out of that, but I'm not counting that in this profit and loss sheet because this is my futures trading stats. I'm still in the process of figuring out how to get TraderView, and I started playing with TraderSync to get them working. I like TraderSync's features, and actually, like I feel like it's a little bit more accurate. It's telling me that my cumulative return for the month of May right now is $120. TradeStation is telling me that as of right now, this is for the month of May. I'm down $85 on the whole month. So gave back the profits that I made so far. That's to be expected when you increase your risk like I did. Had I not increased my risk, this would not be down as dramatically. So I'm not super freaked out about that yet, as long as my system's going to continue working moving forward, which I believe that it will. It's just that we got a 2 standard deviation move, and when you're trying to follow your rule set that says, hey, when we test a zone from the bottom, it's time to go short, and typically 68% of the time we end up back within that 1 standard deviation line. We broke that this week. So this is one of those like fluke weeks where I took a loss, and that's that. I mean, that's all that we can do. And let's finish going over this, then I'll wrap up talking about that, because I could probably just ramble on forever. I feel like these videos are getting longer, and that's not my intention. But this is helping me process things, believe it or not. For the 6 of you that watch this, I really appreciate it, because it helps me to figure out what I'm doing well and what I'm not doing well. So I really appreciate it. Anyways, so this is, I would just show you in TradeStation, but that shows my account number, so I'm not going to do that. This is, they have a reporting feature. The TradeStation customer service rep did not know what he was talking about. So this is my profit and loss for the month of May. I'm down $85. So not terrible, seeing as I'm risking $500 per trade. It means I gave back a bunch of profit, but like I said, that's to be expected when you scale up your risk. Um, Over here we have this week. I'm interested in seeing. I wonder if there's a settlement period where I have to wait until like probably Monday before this is actually super accurate, because just going from my account totals, I should be down about 2,500 on the week. Um, so right here, uh, this right here seems a little bit low, but all that said, took some losses this week. Got smacked around just a little bit. Um, doesn't exactly feel good. Down about 5% in total. But it happens. This week was just not a green week, so this is not accurate. I wish that were the case. How sweet would that be? I wonder why this isn't accurate. Anyways, yeah. So there we have it. There's my trading for the week. Got smacked around, and oh, let me talk about the thing I said I was going to talk about, and then I'll finish this up. We've had a couple of instances recently where it has been just bullish, 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 bullish. We hit a zone, and this is the zone where I was thinking about going long, and then I just missed the awesome bearish move. Or I think I did get to play it, but I didn't make as much as I could have. This is another situation where we came up, we retested the zone from the top, and then we pushed up and had just an awesome short opportunity, and I was not in it. And so that does lead to like a little bit of the issue that the reason that I'm not in the chat right now, the reason I haven't been in any live streams, I mentioned earlier this week, I think it was, that I'm trying to make sure that nobody else's opinion is influencing my own. I'm sure that there were plenty of people looking at this bull flag and saying, "We're going for it, guys. 2 standard deviations, here we come." Um, I wasn't involved in that conversation. I'm glad that I wasn't. Like honestly, I took a loss going short because we're testing a zone from the bottom. I I have not taken a loss in this trade. It's not looking super good unless we bleed off on Sunday. That very well could tag me out Sunday evening when the futures open back up. Um, when it's all said and done, I'm following my rules, and those rules through the backtesting that I've done have proven to be fairly profitable. So I'm interested in continuing that backtesting and seeing what I can work out of it. Um, so there's little things that I could have done better this week. It was definitely interesting seeing that I took this loss here. And honestly, the thing that hurt me this week was this should have been a type 2 entry that was very profitable for me. And instead, I took a loss going short, and then I took a loss going long. So I was down 2 grand on Monday because of that. And then worked my way back out through, crawled my way back up, and then took this loss right here, and so that's why I'm red on the week. Like really, had my stop been better on Monday, this would have just been a little bit of a setback. So uh, it's just little things like that. Um, yeah, that's all that there is to it. There's all sorts of little things that we can look at in hindsight. I can't beat myself up too much. I increased my risk. I knew full well that it was possible for me to be down 2,500 on the week. So it also means that it's possible that look at the week where I was trading with less than half the size that I'm trading now, and I was up. I was up close to 2 grand in a week, and then that would be that'd be close to four and a half in one week that I could be up now with my current size. That's where my mindset is losses like this. They're an annoying setback. It's annoying when the market just does something unpredictable like this. Uh, and I'm sure there were plenty of people that made a ton of money today. Congrats to you guys. I'll catch up with you. So that's where we are. That was my week. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you want to learn to trade using zones and analyzing price action, go check out my mentor, The Don Franz Show, here on YouTube. Everything that you see me doing here is a reflection of what he's taught me. And Don, if you're watching, thanks. I appreciate it. So, You guys have a good weekend. Happy Memorial Day, and I'll see you on Tuesday when the markets are back open.